We are at Watches and Wonders 2024, and today is one of the most exciting days within the watch industry. This is the day that all of the Rolex rumors, all of the speculation comes to a head, because we finally know what Rolex is launching for 2024. I'm going to take you through just a quick overview of what's been launched and what hasn't been discontinued, because there's so many rumors about that. But then later on, I'm going to be having a meeting with Rolex, so drop your comments down below and I'll address those when I do the proper video, the hands-on video. So I thought we'd start with the most punchy watch that Rolex has launched this year. On paper, this was my favorite watch, but seeing it in person, it's just a massive chunk of gold. This is the first time that the deep sea dive watch has been in full gold. 44 millimeters wide by 17.7 millimeters thick. The case back is still in titanium. I don't know how much it weighs, but it is just one hell of a chunk of gold. It's going to be available in May and it's going to cost £45,700. The whole watch is just epic. Just as a side note, and I'll get out of frame so you can see, just down here, you can see this huge Pepsi bezel going around the outside. There was so much speculation, mainly by grey dealers, that the Pepsi GMT was going to be discontinued. My hunch was always that this was just some narrative so that they can keep the prices high, but no, Pepsi GMT is still available. The next update is another fairly punchy one. This is a day date in rose gold with a beautiful black dial. This thing is stunning. It's a burst dial, which I'm not typically a fan of, but I think in this context, it works. It's stunning. This thing ranges from 30,000 to 60,000 pounds, but it's going to be available from May. Well, I guess the waitlist is going to start in May. I wonder how many decades of waitlists are just here in this window. We've got all the Daytonas. Actually, not all the Daytonas, because the new Daytona isn't here. This is a new Daytona that is not iced out. I feel like it's classily done. We have a mother of pearl dial and a diamond set bezel. This thing on an Oyster Flex bracelet is 53,850, and on an Oyster bracelet, it's 61,000 pounds. That's pretty punchy. So this is a watch that we got right from our predictions. Finally, I've done a lot of these videos, and this is the first time I've got it right. This is a new GMT Master 2 with the black and grey bezel, green 24-hour hand, and the green text. Like most of Rolex's releases this year, this is just a color change. There's nothing else that's changed about this watch. That isn't really a criticism, because the GMT Master 2 is probably the range that I love the most within the current Rolex offering. They haven't increased the case size. They haven't messed around with the design of the watch. It is what I feel quite true to the original. I do, however, feel that the grey, and this is just my personal opinion, that the grey and black bezel along with the green hand doesn't do much for me when compared to something like the Pepsi. Now, if you're one of those people who just want a GMT Master 2, you don't want to mess around with the waitlist of the Pepsi, then this is going to be a fantastic offering. I just feel style-wise, it doesn't have the sexiness of the Pepsi. Down here is the watch that stands out for me as the best watch that Rolex has launched this year. Now, I feel like it's more of an unlikely thing, and I often say, if you're going to buy a dress watch, go to a dress watch company. Going to buy a sports watch, go to a sports watch company. But I feel Rolex has nailed it with this beautiful baby blue 1908. This has got an engine-turned gear shade dial. It's absolutely stunning. It's in solid platinum, and it's going to cost £25,000, and it's going to be out in May. For me, this is the winning piece from Rolex. I absolutely love it. But guys, I want you to drop me a comment down below if you've got questions on any of these watches. I'll do my best to answer them when I do the proper video, the hands-on video with these watches. And what are your thoughts on this year's release from Rolex? I think it's okay, a solid year. Next year will be bigger, I hope.